UK weather maps have revealed a dramatic north-south divide next week, with a 333-mile snow bomb crashing into the north while the south remains blissfully dry. Talk about a winter split. It's set to be the classic British weather conundrum, one half of the nation wrapped up in snowy chaos, while the other feels like it's barely breaking a sweat. Next week, specifically on December 4th, the UK will wake up to a monstrous wall of snow stretching from Scotland to the north of England, as Arctic conditions roll in like a snow-covered freight train. WXChart's weather maps are flashing purple across Scotland and northern England, marking up to 1 centimetre of snow per hour from the stroke of midnight on Wednesday. So, if you live up north, don't bother trying to sneak out of your driveway without first becoming an impromptu snowplow. Scotland will be the epicenter of this frosty drama, where the snow isn't just a sprinkle, it's more like a hefty handful of powdered sugar dumped on top of a giant cake. Expect those classic wintry conditions, with rain patches popping up across the west, just to keep things interesting. Meanwhile, the Midlands and the south of England can sit back, relax, and enjoy their dry weather. Well, mostly. North Devon and Somerset are about to get a taste of the wet stuff, but even they won't get a full snow experience. It's like they'll be watching the snow party from the window, but never getting invited to join in. As the snow wall rips across the country, temperatures will plummet to absurd lows. Scotland, being the usual drama queen of the weather world, is set to see the mercury drop to a chilling -3 degrees Celsius in places like Inverness and Aberdeen. The rest of the north will settle for a slightly warmer, yet still frosty, -2 degrees Celsius. Manchester and Newcastle, don't get too excited, you'll be enjoying an ippy -1 degree Celsius. Meanwhile, southern parts of the country will stay a little milder, but don't think for a second it'll be toasty. London is bracing for a bitter 1 degree Celsius, with the rest of the southeast twiddling its thumbs around the same chilly numbers. Wales, Northern Ireland, and the southwest are expected to stay a tad milder, but let's be honest, the word mild is relative when we're talking about temperatures hanging between 2 degrees Celsius and 6 degrees Celsius. Not exactly beach weather, is it? The Met Office backs up all these predictions, adding that next week we'll see plenty of scattered showers in the north, with the potential for wintry weather at higher elevations. Expect cold, crisp conditions, perfect for those who enjoy shivering in style. Meanwhile, the majority of southern England will remain dry and more settled, although you'll definitely feel the bite in the air. So, it's not sunbathing weather, but you might be able to get away with wearing a light scarf instead of a full-blown snowsuit. Looking ahead, the Met Office has also hinted that this wintry pattern could stick around longer than expected. The chance of a white Christmas is on the rise, just as long as you live in the northern half of the country. For the rest of us in the south, it looks like we'll be sipping mulled wine and relatively mild temperatures, wondering what it would be like to have snowflakes land on our noses. As we approach the end of the week, a spell of wetter and windier weather will make its way through the UK, with conditions getting colder and more showery as the weekend draws near. If you're living in the south, don't expect any surprises, though. High pressure will likely keep the weather dry and settled, just as it was on December 4th. So there you have it, a weather system that's as divided as the UK itself. Some will be battling through snowdrifts, others will be cozying up in relatively mild conditions. Either way, it looks like the UK is in for an interesting week ahead.